Two, Shen Haxia and Hu Hua. They were both gold medalists last year in the lightweight quadruple sculls. And then next to them, the crew to beat, Yu Zhongzhang and Yan Ximin. Yu, 23, Yan, 19. And a stunning duo. It's going to take a good crew to lower their colours on this afternoon. Katrin Olsen and Sine Christensen. Now, Julian Rasmussen was Katrin's partner in Linz, where they won the first World Cup regatta of the season. And she, like Sine Christensen, came out of the lightweight quad, which finished in silver medal position last year. And closest to you in lane number 6, well, this is Berit Karo for Germany with her partner Marie-Louise Draeger, herself a former lightweight doubles champion back in 2005. She herself a spare at the last Olympics for the German squad. Berit from Hamburg, Marie-Louise Draeger in the stroke seat, closest to you on the left from Rostock. But China the crew to beat again here, Hugh. Yu Zhongzhang in the bow, Yan Ximin sitting in front of her. And interestingly, these two Chinese crews side by side. And will that initiate a different sort of contest, I wonder?
Well, there's no difference in lanes between 3 and 4. They are clearly the fastest qualifiers for this. And I'm sure a great deal rests. Of course, they're going to qualify a boat for the Olympics, so that isn't an issue. But which of their thousands of athletes goes in which seat depends on these sort of results. So they're going to have to get a wriggle on here and stake claims.
Yeah, actually, Hugh, they don't have to, because as host nation, they're qualified anyway.
Anyway. No, it's not an issue. The qualification's not an issue, but who gets into what seat definitely is, and results here will make a difference.
Well, the Danes always to be respected. Interesting to see whether Sine Christensen is a viable replacement for Julian Rasmussen in lane 5.
Well, in these cases, double sculls, of course, you can do an awful lot. You've got to do a huge amount of training, but it is nevertheless a lot about how well they combine, and it's in the combination that you get more than the sum of the parts. So China 1 and China 2 in 3 and 4 are establishing their basis for the race, but challenged at the moment from lane 6. They've got to get a early start or they won't get going at all. Berit Karo and Marie-Louise Draeger for Germany, both at different times partners with Claudia Blasberg, the great lightweight double, great lightweight sculler from Germany, who was always in the double and winning medals, who was the crew maker in these doubles.
Yeah, it's interesting also that Daniela Reimer was also in amongst the leaders, but she now has found herself down in the individual lightweight singles. So Germany with more questions than answers at the moment through the first 500 metres, and it's China too. So it's Chen and Zhu leading Zhu and Zhan, and then Katrin and Sine leading Wendy and Jana.
Yes, although I think actually the Germans got through in... No, I beg your pardon, they didn't. It was Denmark, yeah.
Helen Casey and Hester Goodsell. Well, if there is any benefit, at least they're in the right part of the course.
Indeed, but it's this eternal search. The lightweight men from Great Britain have found salvation this season and begun to get some results. We'll be seeing them later on. Can the lightweight women affect the same transformation?
Well, Helen Casey's been on a World Championship podium. She got a bronze medal in the 2002 World Championships in the lightweight double scull. Hails from Wallingford. Hester Goodsell these days from Reading, where she's based, just coming up to her 23rd birthday. And these two Americans, as I said, not very many Americans here at all. So I suspect that they've paid and made their own way over here.
In one way or another, I mean, depending on who the coach, knows and how they put together the package, but they certainly are a private enterprise to that degree. Here we have Hester Goodsell in picture there, Helen Casey, no, sorry, that was the Americans, I beg your pardon. Jana here was closest to camera there. Now, that is China 2, Shen Haxia and Yu Hua. who are now in the lead, and there isn't the sign of China 1 between us and them, as it were. So they've pulled out to a good length over their compatriots.
And that is a good length, remembering that all the conditions are equal for these crews, so that is a significant advantage. Well, they've done the first half, but is there going to be a role reversal in the second half?
Very interesting there to see Yu Hua in the stroke seat of China 2, working it in a way that's much less visible in the other scullers. She's really giving it stick. Can she keep it up for another 1,000 metres?
Well, again, it's worth us just emphasising that literally, compared to any other nation in the world, the reservoir of talent is huge. And here are two women who won gold medals in the lightweight quadruple sculls. That's not in the Olympic Games. This is the only boat that will possibly suit them. So the competition is well, I mean, there can't be any love lost here.
I don't think so. Putting one over on a reigning world champion is always a pleasure, and one from your own country is a double pleasure.
But the Americans, to their credit,
looking very nice too.
Yep.
This is slipping along, not too much effort. Quick look across, quick chat to the partner. Tell her she's got to pull harder and get on with it.
Well, they're in an interesting situation. Absolutely nothing to lose.
No.
And if they were to end up in something like third place, then I think they'd be over the moon, to be honest. And at the moment, they are in third place.
Jana here, interestingly, draws in with one hand and goes out with the other. So she's swapping her hands over in the stroke seat of the USA double, whereas her partner, Wenda Tropician, keeps the left in front of the right all the time.
Now, here are the leaders, and you can still see that there's
a whopping margin.
Well, it is. It's the Atlantic Ocean in terms of
2.52 seconds, 1,500 metres to go. They're not going to get caught because it's the same distance as they had at 1,000 metres.
And Denmark, not an influence.
So there they are, the world champions, looking across to see how the Americans are going on. Not worrying about their own compatriots because they're in trouble. Americans looking across, that's...
yeah, they just need, I guess, to raise it just a little bit, because they've got to expect the Chinese, that you can just see in the foreground there, in sharing second place or vying probably just in second place. They've got to expect them to try and throw down something.
That's the leaders. That's
Yu
Hua in the stroke seat there. It's actually, she's flicking her head. Rather, I said she was making a sort of effortful catch. She is, but she flicks her head at the same time, and her body actually is working very hard without looking too stressed.
Well, this is a terrific effort from the Americans, and because they've stayed very calm, very smooth, good economical sculling. It's very rhythmical, and now you can see the world champions trying to up the stakes here now. They're surely not going to catch their teammates. That is surely beyond them, but it's all a question about making sure that they are at least second and not third.
This is the China 2, the winners have been closed down to the extent of a little bit of open water having gone, but still more than a length clear. I think it will be the world champions China 1 who will be in second place and USA third, but well done the USA, taking advantage of their lane to make such a decisive debut on the European scene.
Yeah, Denmark challenging, but it's all a bit too late in the foreground. And it is China 2, China 1, America, Denmark, and then Great Britain, and finally Germany. Not for the first time this afternoon.